have to get to a place where you don't give yourself any options. Like, a lot of times people, they come up and they be like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I got this great idea. But let me tell you something, like, you got to have a level of commitment and you got to have a level of dedication. But first, you got to eliminate the option. You got to eliminate the option of procrastination. You got to eliminate the options of thinking like, well, if this fail, I got a plan B. Like, you got to stop looking at things like you got options. Like, in this day and time and the way the world moving today, it's either you all in or you not. Like, you got to start saying that I have options. You got to eliminate procrastination. You got to eliminate, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it 3 days later, or I'll do it next week, or I'll do it next month. Like, you got to stop having options, giving yourself options. You got to start eliminating hesitation, fear. You know, you got to start eliminating that stuff, and you got to start executing on the passion in your heart. See, that's why I tell people all the time, like, if you really want to do something, if you want to open a McDonald's, or if you want to open a sneaker shop, or if you want to start a brand, or you want to start a YouTube channel, any little thing that starts off with a great idea, right? You got to decide right then and there. When you commit to it, cool. When you're like, okay, I'm gonna build me a team, I'm gonna run with this. So you committed to it. Like, you in there, you learning how to build a brand, you studying, you know, you making videos, you know, you excited about the content you uploading. But then once you get past that commitment, and once you get past that dedication, and then you get to that level of commitment where you tell yourself, when it's just you and yourself, when it's just you and God, when you tell yourself, when you hit that level of commitment, you said, God, no matter what, I'm gonna see this thing through. I'm gonna see this thing to the end. I'm all in. It ain't no option. It ain't no end. It's not out. You know, maybe this day I'm gonna do it. Maybe this day I'm gonna do it. I don't feel like doing it this day. Well, nobody's really watching my videos. I'm gonna quit. I feel like I'm getting defeated. When you get to that level of commitment, when you say, I'm gonna execute on the passions of my heart every single day for the rest of my life, because I understand what I started is bigger than me, and what I understand that because it's bigger than me, that nobody gotta pay me a dime to do what I do. Like, when you start executing on the passion of your heart, nobody has to pay you a dime to do what you do, because you already committed to it, and you understand that the systematic that you're putting in place, the content that you putting out there is more valuable to the people of the world who really needs to hear that the message is powerful, and the message is manifesting, and the message is helping them grow, and the message is helping them push through, because you never know what level that a person is at in their life, and to the point where they about to plateau, or the point they about to quit, or the point they about to surrender, or the point that they about to give up, or the point they about to die. You don't know the level that they're at, and you don't know what they're feeling. You don't know their level of pain, but you understand when you started this thing, and you understand when you put your foot on the gas, and you understand when you made that level of commitment long after the feeling has left, long after the excitement has left, or long after when you was like, I'm just on fire. But when you understand the level of commitment that you made, that you said, I'm gonna see this thing through, that I'm gonna continue to push, I'm gonna continue to go, I'm gonna continue to grind, I'm gonna continue to set fire to the ground, I'm gonna continue to set fire to the people, is because you understand that the message that you putting out is bigger than you, and it's more powerful than anything out there, and that you understand that you want to help people, and that you are so insufficient that it's not about you. And that's when things start to gravitate towards you, when you finally realize in that level of commitment that it's not about you. That I'm not trying to press upon you, it's not about no money. It's not about money. Commitment is about the grind. Commitment is about the hustle. Commitment is about making a promise and a vow to God and yourself that no matter what, you're gonna push. That you're gonna help so many people, because the overall picture is bigger than you. It's bigger than your family. It's bigger than your kids. Like, you gotta stop giving yourself options. And that's where a lot of people fail. Hear what I'm saying? Like, that's where a lot of people fail. They feel like, if I got options, if this don't work, I can take this avenue out. If this doesn't work, I can execute on something else. if this doesn't work, I can go and start something over here. But let me tell you something, when you committed to something, when you don't give yourself no options, you'll have the power and the will, the sheer will, no matter how hard it gets, you will have the power to stay there. Because a lot of times, people don't stay in that place long enough to see anything manifest. But you can't get out here and say, I'm committed to something, and you don't stay long enough. Sometimes you have to sit. That's why God said, sometimes being still and doing nothing is two totally different things. Being still means sometimes you gotta sit, but that doesn't mean like when you're sitting, you're not executing and doing anything. You're sitting in a place because you understand in this point, in this part of the process, it's gonna take a little time. You gotta sit still. Sitting still don't mean be idle. Don't give yourself that option to be idle. Don't give your mind, don't give your brain the option to just be idle. Not to think anything, to be empty. Empty yourself to fill your cup. But have the power to see it through. Be committed to your craft. A craft is not something that is born in a year, a month, or a week, or a day. A craft is something that is done repetitively over and 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 over again, repetitively, repeatedly. And that's a craft. It's hammered out every single day. When you start a craft, when you start building on a craft, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna be a little messy. You're gonna mess it up, but you don't have an option, because if you honor the craft, all other options cease. Stop giving yourself options. See it through.